This is Tuesday the 25th, the 24th of December 2024. So rapidly, 2024 and then 2024 was a year of the past. Our presence. Yes, 2024 is still in our presence. So having said that, of the year is near. That you would say you have regrets in doing during. Is there any disappointing moment? For me, many. Now we are going to spend the time looking at the positiveness of 2025 that will be with us in a few days from now. We must take the time out now in preparing to second, yes, after the concert in Emancipation Park, and well condition and our connection. I didn't even know that we were having a powerful earthquake, and the Giddy House and all of those stuff. While probably at that time the earth was shaking somewhere here in Jamaica, according to the news. I didn't felt it. All right. Well, you remember we have a massive earthquake in Indonesia. And yes, was the ending of the year, or in the new year, right? You know, many people were looking forward to the new year, right? Now, I urges all my people, thank you for the gift, home and abroad, wherever you are, I encourage you as you go through these last days of 2025, please make it be pleasing to nature, the head cook and buckle washer. The same God in Jamaica is the same God in Europe. The same God in Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, Japan, China, Taiwan, Russia, right? Ukraine. It is the one God. And let's put that into perspective. And let's move along and act with our one another with great sense of humanity, love, peace. Yeah, man. Let's all do that. You know, it doesn't matter where you're from. Love is just love. Love is not like the word that they classify as bad word, right? That certain word only bad in Jamaica. A bad word cannot be bad in Jamaica and good in England, right? Inogoso, right? And probably that's the reason why certain section of the society are not in favor with me, because I come to dig up those deep facts. As it said in Amos, go dig up the unplowed land and plant it. So I am thinking of the unplantation as yet, and making sure that when they came with the rightful education. That they don't come with the indoctrination, in which their indoctrination. But I said, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Peter Touch came and he speak and he sings. He said, teach the youth right. Right? To hurt them. Almighty God of Daniel. Peter Touch said, you can't and expect them not to grow up loving guns, the real guns. Right? That's what Peter Touch was employing, you know. And, you know, they find some way to get rid of him. And they find some way and get rid of him. Yeah? I am here now telling the people that pussy is the way to go. What plan you have for me? What plans you have for me? Yeah? Right? John the Baptist said, you know, be married to you. Hey, your brother and wife. You know, take your brother and wife. I want to cut off his head in a prison. The Apostle Paul come preach his heart out. I want to hang him upside down. Right? All in an asylum. Right? What are you going to do with me? You know, tell me, you know. You tell me what are going to do with me, because let me tell you something. I will never life. And to teach life, you have to teach life from its ground and its foundation. Yeah? The groundation and the foundation. You have to make this generation new where life is coming from, so they can have a to hide and sending out false narrative of their existence on earth. Then that is what will be in the quorum of their mind, right? That life ought not to be respected. A man just say, boy, me not like what I say, no, right? Me go and stop him from talk. So guess what? As they make the artilleries for me to stop him from talking his next, you know, because they never see me. Can just put on a mask and go do all of that, and you know, nobody no see me, nobody no know me. Just jump on a boat and just live. Want such an individual though, and it is because probably you're indoctrinated and only trust man's surveillance camera, which is the spirit of the Almighty God. Man's surveillance camera is a knockoff to the original camera of the universe. One never run out of batteries. Right? To unalive that informer. Right? The most effective one that you cannot hide from, right? You cannot send no threat. You'd have seen the reason why I beg the church. I beg of a church and I get the church. You know, that's the reason why now? Me and Meko don't know the reason why. Nobody no come forward and say, see a church here. Probably, if I never speak of what I want the church to do, as it is now. Long time, you know what? But I made it foundation, the precedents I want to set in my church, right, is to eradicate ignorance and false teachings and indoctrinations, right, and teach the coming generation from whence. In Jamaica we call it pussy. In China they may call it sheepeng. In another part of the country they call it chocho, right? Some place they call it tusa, right? It all depends on where you are. Europe our colonizers teach us to say the vagina, but that doesn't say we must forget what we used to call it before they colonized us, right? That we must put away because they don't colonize us, that we doesn't even have language. This is our culture. Yes, we must all do what our colonizers do. We must all say, we must let me just say, we must copy for the indoctrination. We must carry the poison message, as Uriah had carried his death sentence to the commander, right? So what the colonizers have done, right? That's what the colonizers have done. At a point in time, if you are correcting, right, VP here, right, I am going to be a dagger to their mind, a dagger to their heart, right? If I am not continuation, right, you would see what MVP has been typing in the chat, but you have to have people like those, Now, they knew that I am targeting an area that they are establishing. Just the main word pussy, right? Because what they are actually trying to do, they are trying to make that word not a penalty. Now, the word pussy comes with so much righteousness streamlining down under it, right? And once you knew where you are from, right? You know from whence you come, right? So we started from whence they came, right? Tomorrow is the 25th, and according to the colonizers' book, we knew that it wasn't at this point, according to that Christ did not born at this time. We knew that. But person is dull and ignorant. You cannot be dull and ignorant with the person. You have to bring forth. Know that the person is ignorant, and you're gonna toe to toe with an ignorant person, expecting to solve the problem. No, you will never solve it, right? You have to go from to be here debating. We're just gonna show facts, right? Why life must be respected, and life must not be taken randomly, and it must be respected and must be honored by everyone, right? Unfortunately, we have a set of people now who doesn't have the spot, right, that has its own purpose, but not for bringing life. Yes? I want to gather what I'm saying here, right? They are paying homage to another spot that do not respect. Yes? And all the troubles around today in the world, it stems from that reality, what I just speak of. Because deep of material gains from that indoctrination and from that to that perversion, right? And they use it as a bait to catch the unsound minded and the undeveloped mind, right? Henceforth, they don't know, they do not want that gospel to be preached. Anyone come out and preaching the truth of the of from whence they came, right? Our public enemy number one, right? Public enemy number one. So do the maths now. Do the maths. If you are with me, would you come and unalive me? Let's do the maths. Would you want to see me go? It's authenticity we are preaching and teaching, you know. Would you want to see the end of me? Would you type words of hatred in the comments? If you really and truly are taking it to the forefront of our mind, you know, right? Right? I don't have to tell you what you need to do with your mother, because I would be dull and I would be as ignorant as you. But I want you to sit on this live and let me prove to you that at the forefront of their body is the whole you ought to pay homage to, is the whole you ought to respect, because that's the only whole passage that brings life on earth. Agree with that? Go on, type as much, because the world needs to know you people, because there are many wolves in sheep clothing, right? So we knew, so continue to make yourself be known, because I know the power that dwells with entity to the world even as I speak. Right? Yes? So, you're going to prove to me that any other passage that the human being possessed can bring forth life on earth, and or you to pay homage to that open space, the one the European called vagina, and the one we Jamaican called pussy, the one China called. Prove to me here and now, right, that you are not treading on your colonizers' ship or boat. Prove to me. I said yes, because it did not start it here in colonizing us. They bring that principles to our foreparents. They use it. The colonizers disobey when they disobeyed what the colonizers want them to do. Right? And in 2024, it is the norm in Jamaica that if you speak against our, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. And I think I'll do this on Christmas Eve. I think I would let my busy trying to earn a couple of the merchant dollars, right? And with all kind of spirit floating in the atmosphere, I said, sitting and watching fools fight themselves. Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sitting there watching fools. Um, I may say here, you don't have to agree with me, and you don't have to disagree with me. All you need to do is to come with your honest mind, right? That if my truth is riveted, then you have no choice but to agree. Once you have a honest mind. But suppose you are corrupt. suppose you are corrupt, right? Right? Then, what will be the outcome, right? I think they have a thing that said, wise mind think alike. No, you have a corrupted set of gangsters. The whole of them, they don't have billing on their mind, they have killing. Right? Yeah? So corrupted mind thinks alike. Liar always friend a liar. Right? Dennis Brown once again, he said, love and hate can never be friends. Right? So I am now operating off a high frequency. Cannot be friendly with me. Because he's stuck to his ignorance. Especially inside there. Or he's complacent and comfortable where he or she is. Not gonna rise to the. I've seen it, sir. Patrick, I've seen it, Patrick. I've seen it, but I need more for me to send across a number like that. I mean, you can. What my DM is there, right? Right. All right. I've seen it, Patrick. Yes. But like I was saying here, there's no way Fletcher's land, Patrick, Fletcher's land. Just no say nothing. All right, all right, and all right. I will. How would I do it? I will make that number reach you in due time. I will make that number reach you in due time. Right. Just send me a message in my DM, and I will send it across to you. But in the same breath, it's wonderful to hear from you, Patrick. No, Patrick could have known what I am about from the early days until now. So you see, wise mind think alike. yes, Patrick. Wise mind thinks alike. Right? So he knew exactly what I am doing here. Bless up yourself, Patrick. That number will forward on to you as early as possible. Right? Yes. So we are not going to be forced to continue on. You notice when I came out the other day and I saw the need for a church in Jamaica, a true church, right? And you notice that there are some fingers and said, yes, it's a piece of land there, right? So this year, see a tent here, did not came out and they find the people who ask for a house so they can cut the ribbon on camera and said, that person's house were built by me. I make it possible for them to live in a gated, right? Yes? That's all they furnish. One said, me want, which is good, and I respect that, and I will never stop respect that. I want a spray pan, right? To continue to plant food and nurture the food for the people, and in a flash he got it, right? Some people want various things and they got it. And I will never stop advocating for the church for the common reason of the future generation. Now, we have seen today, we see that in Jamaica, it is said we have the most churches by square mile. But yet, none of these abundance of churches are able to stop corruption, crime, and violence, unemployment. With this amount of churches we have, and this amount of prophets that we have, can tell who is gonna win the election from who is not gonna win the election, right? Then can't you see that we need a new foundation? Can't you see not serving its purpose? So why not try something new? Why not build a pussy church then? A church that teaches the right way of life. The only way of life. To see if our economy will grow under the pussy doctrine. The way of life. Because the one that is telling me, figure, my mother comes out of the pussy. The judge that going to charge me to say it comes out of the pussy. So the coming generation grow up to hear that pussy is a wrong thing to say. Oh, Almighty God. If you said pussy, but you can say batty, you won't be reprimanded. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. Mommy. See, John, I put him batty in my food. John! But you never dare said, move your pussy from out of my food now. Right? Those an effort to demonize it. And I feel that it should stop. Anything wrong with that? In advocating for the word pussy to be normalized, tell me what is wrong about that? If the word batty can be normalized, right? What is the demons of saying pussy in the public space? You have to come level the vibes with me, right? With those things, right? Right? You have to come level the vibes with me with those things. You have to come tell me how you get to no answer, how you get to no balance, how you balance that, right? Tell me how you balance. Stop shout out pussy until you can show me the balance and the imbalance. I will never have the word pussy. A word that that reminds me of my existence on earth. A word that reminds me of my life, right? A word that reminds me of freedom of speech. the word that I love so much, right? The word that keeps me so comfortable speaking. Pussy. Time I will say, oh, I apologize to the world for insulting the world, right? To say pussy. But for now, pussy straight. Until you can show me the balance and show me where I'm saying something wrong. If you do comes with the balance, tell me something you can't work it out. No can show me no maths and you can't do the maths and you can't work it out. No bother with it. Right? No bother with it. Know the answer or the riddle before you go ask people riddle. Right? So if you don't have the balance to show me how body can be spoken of everywhere, but pussy can't. When I've got to give me the rationale behind that. Or else me I go sing Bob Marley song. Me no know how me and them I go work it out. Me no. But one thing I know. Let me tell you what I know. I want to see my people, they are doing it. It's because of the disrespect for life. Right? And who are typing in the comment section rubbish. I do not know if you know. So this unnecessary killing, it's because of indoctrination. I know for sure. Right? Right? Because when you do not know the right, you must do the wrong. Right? When, I repeat that, when you do not know right, I ask the powers that be in authority, make sure that whatsoever you're teaching the young generation is not a poison pill you are putting in their soul. Not poison you are putting into the thing called education. Because indoctrination is an educational poison. A mind to a poison that poison the mind, the mindset of the people. Make sure that in the curriculum, the right teachings go out there. What I don't want, I simply don't want another nation determining our. So our laws must be based on our own culture. Our own culture, not other people's culture, right? So it shouldn't have no influence of other nation, right? Right? Let we decided on that. Now, the whole questions of homosexuality did not form and fashioned in Jamaica. No. It did not. Started here. But it was taught here. It was brought here. And it was taught here. Right? It has been practices here. Now it is getting out of hand in here. Now it almost look like Jamaica originated to how it popular. to how authorities and class that suited that act internationally. Right? It is an imported culture. So when you hear me say this is a pussy country, nobody believes that junk me junk while me say so. This is in its original form. Now, that wasn't preferred way of having sex. Right? It's a culture that brought here. That when me born 1957, let me tell you this. Me born 1957. And when that culture introduced and it was unpopular, a little man we preferred that. If he hide and do that, dare you. Dare you. You see people are rent mansion I give them. And some straight people not living in the house. So you see the thing them support. Sorry. Is what you supported. When you support it, a bill it. Right? So, you see my culture, you not decide to build it, so you not support it. No, give me a church! Make you not give me the church. Because you no want, you don't. Too much people going to hear me. Right? That's why when me come and me speak like this on this platform, you not support me, you not report me. To ByteDance and TikTok. In a more intellectual form, as the power that being the creator to maneuver with my intellect. Sorry for no. Sorry for no. Yes, yes. Yeah, man. Here right now. Here right. The church is not really the four walls. Who is this now? Black Knight. The church is not really the four walls. Right? The building the church is to get the authorization from the law that is happening with the KSAC and all of those, right? And all the documents, the requisite documents, right? Because if I put up this church right now and started to preach pussy, the quickest thing for them come say go up illegal. So they don't really has to. The citizens, you who know truth and would want to see it, all you need to do is to fund it. But they need to authorize it. Right? That's the reason why I have to make it open of what my church, the foundation of my church will be, the commencing of life, and every life start to coming to the place called pussy. Right? So that these youths who have no respect for life, none are going to hear the disrespect of life and of humanity on a whole coming out in some of the songs that the artists are singing. What our colonizers has done to our foreparents in torturing them, treat them with hate and despair, and having our little children in the taxis, in the buses, singing all those songs, and no one says nothing but that me say pussy, or to send police to me. But one thing I want to tell you, God not sleeping. Brothers and sisters, lawmakers and authority, God is not sleeping. He yes. Yes, he's watching. watching you. He watch how you govern your people. All powers given unto you by God himself. Come on. I didn't even want to go to this yet, But let me just drop it. Let me just drop it on them as it drops in my spirit, because some people don't even know what are going on, Doesn't know what is going on. You have to just take it to them raw, plain, and straight. So I want to say, how long may I ask? I'm sure say the authorities here, because if me and how me did say to the authorities, where go suck your mother. Hear the way I ask the donkey, but you know hear me I ask your church, You know like church, You don't hear me ask for a trailer load of gun. That me know you now go give me, right? So me feel safe and not to ask or when me know you wouldn't give me. And you hear me ask your church. You see how the country run. A viral video like that. Why on stage never kept me and question me? Right? Why entertainment report? Why none of the television station them never interview me and ask me what me mean by a pussy church? Why? Why? Because simply they are not supporting my call. They are simply not supporting it. Right? And I want Marky G and I want the Prime Minister. Somebody tag them, because I'm about to give them a message. So then, you kings, you rulers the world over, listen to what I say and learn from it. But this authority has been given to you by the Lord Most High. He will examine what you have done and what you plan to do. You rule on the behalf of God. If you do not live according to God's will, you will suffer sudden and terrible punishment. I trust you heard. I trust somebody tagged the leaders. Judgment is especially severe on those in power. Common people may be merciful, forgiven for their wrongs, but those in power will face severe judgment. The Lord of all is not afraid of anyone. No matter how great they are, he himself made everyone great and common. This word for partially, because only partial to party where you call them die-hearted, right? And the word partial, right? How me no get no gift, right? Because the gift that I ask for will preach against your impartial attitude. I'm gonna preach against partiality. I'm going to preach against partiality. And the reason why I don't get the church is because you don't want me to preach against your partiality. I correct myself. Right? Right? Is a word that can use everywhere. Pussy can use everywhere. Right? If Marvia Providence song can play in the church, Vibes Scott song can play in the church, yes, then Spice song can play also in my church. We're not dealing with any partiality around here, right? I want an impartial church. Right? Right? PMP can come to my church. JLP can come to my church. Because none of we come here with a stamp on us, male and female. Back where we do not order genders. We don't cross genders. Back where with those genders that never created by the Almighty. Two genders, male and supporting other genders. Bringing other genders into being. Other way of making life comes on earth apart from out of the sweet, cool vagina or pussy. The all important hole. No hole on planet. Greatest hole on earth. All lives. All kings, all queens come out of that hole. Yes, you know, can't tell me about insemination. Insemination is imitation. Insemination is a part of artificial intelligence. We are dealing again with the word called official. The official intelligence that artificial intelligence is made up of. Right? Right? So, did we finish with the prime ministers? The Lord of all is not afraid, and he provides for all equally, but he will judge the conduct of rulers more strictly. It is for you, mighty kings, that I write these words, so that you may know how to act wisely and avoid mistakes. These are holy matters, and if you treat them in a holy manner, you yourself at the judgment. So then, make my teaching your treasure and joy, and you will be well instructed. So I do not know if anyone I do not know if anyone pays, or even our Governor General, these words. Yeah, I think it's important for them to hear and to know these things. I know they are busy. They are busy trying to soak up as much money to give to the people for the couple hours that leave, and making their way, looking way down into 2025, which is going to be a very important year for them both. You know, how can I convince the people that we are the one knew how to spend the money wisely? That I am the one. I know you are busy at this time of the year when you know the people's greeds and needs turn up to the top. You know, I know you're taking this opportunity out there now to get to them, to every nook and cranny and some place eat and a drink, curry goat and coffee and all of that. You know, as soon as this done, now let me tell you something. You can't even go into that, not at their dining room, but they come to yours as it now coming on to the. They're showing so much love for the people at this time, and you know, so much care for the people at this time. Oh, what a wonderful government we have here. How can we ever say anything bad about them? And they were here with us in Christmas, eating and drinking wine and sorrel with us. Oh, the right government that. Why you not tell me, say, man? Why not tell me, say, Are the right man this lead with, man? Yes. At this time of the area when the people's them need and greed turn up, you just carry one package, go through, give them, and they're cut the way for later on 2025. You are trying to insert your memory something that you have the fine print. Things are just the same. Nothing changed. No, when it touch February, March, and the budget read, you hear all kind of yeah, you're all kind of groaning and mourning. You see why me not get the church? You say, why not even a consideration? And remember me waited, you know. About 3 months now, me asked the church, you know. Right? Message me for God ring protection for 2025. Travel on, sir. I use the same method that David used when he was given Saul's sword to fight Goliath, to battle with Goliath. He was uncomfortable with that human guard, vanguard. So David threw away the guard and the spear and used a sling and a stone. I stood, and that even though we know that this is the colonizer's book it's coming from, but I also know that the truth alone could not make the book effective in educate or indoctrinate. It has to made up with lie and truth. And I have an intelligent with me that I read in the book. Right? And what can balance? Whatever can balance in the book, that's what I have gone to. Right? Right? So, I don't need your God ring, sir. Right? I just need to tell everyone, make pussy your choice. That's make the righteousness of the Almighty God be your choice. That is all I need to tell you, sir. Wow. Yes. Let's go on to the other scripture. Isaiah 65. We have the most church. We have the most church. But our problem, not only crime, our growth of economy, real growth, none of those are foreseen. Everything them plan. You remember the 2030 visions? When you hear them I say lately, not going to be had. So warm to the divine master. Eh? Why we go to church every Sunday? What happened? Warm to the Nehemiahs, because I read about the Nehemiahs in the book. I read about the Ezra in the book. I read about Elijah and Elisha, right? That when they speak from the power of their mind and think, right? By this time next year you will have a baby. By next time baby come, right? Why can't we speak to the economy? Grow our economy. Why can't we speak to the universe? Stop the crime and violence. Church, are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Then, if you are doing it, it's Haman. Yes. Let us call Paul in Barry's Hammond to tell you, step aside now. Another man wants to take over. Step aside, man, and stop stood there with your empties because you're clogged up, you're tied up, you're wrapped up. Step aside, man, and free up Jamaica. Another man wants to take over. Another one wants to lead the way to righteousness. Right? Religions. Right? Your occult religions. And having our people today living in this mess. In this mess of time. So, listen what churches, somebody tag them. Come on, all of the big names come. Wanna tag them. Come here, go talk to them now. We are going to talk to them right now. Right? The Lord said, I was ready to answer my people's prayer, but they did not pray. God lie, man. Oh, God's a lie. How God's a lie? Then every Sunday, every Saturday, some husband can't get no food, neither. Where them got church go do? Because here is Isaiah reporting. Isaiah said, the Lord said, I was ready to answer my people's prayer, but they did not pray. Up to Isaiah, right? The Lord is saying that they don't pray. Right? I was ready for them to find me, but they did not even try. May God are the wrong road on the pan. Religion. Church people in Jamaica are the wrong. I know me and so. Turn on the Bibles to Isaiah 65. Exegete it and interpret it. Quick. Hear the Lord to talk to you. Are the wrong road on the pan. Or more than the front door. No must the wrong road on the pan, people. No must the wrong road. A one way to life, a one gateway to life, another word, and I think one no want me talk about pussy. A one way to life. Right? They don't say the wrong road in the pan. Sure. The Lord said, I was ready for them to find me, but they do not even try. I said to somebody who are preferring the back door. My advice to you, try the front door. Try the front door. So that the Lord can hear your prayer. So that the Lord can answer us when we go to the synagogues and pray. Right? The nation did not pray to me. So want to the prayer break fast. We are telling me, say, want to them enormous dear prayer break fast a stadium and over Portmore to him. Even though I was always ready to answer. Remember, if a crime committed, and report it to the police can't act, has been reported to me. Why? Because your proclaimed God don't deal with corruption. Your God that you are praying to, yes, we saw you going to church. Yes, Saturdays and Sundays. Yes, we saw the prayer break fast. But who are you praying? You're praying to? Or you're praying to Israel God? Which of them? Which of them? He further says, there's an invitation. Here I am. I will help you. Come on, Jamaica. The Lord is saying to you this morning, Christmas Eve, here I am. I will help you. That means you have to repent. Whoa, the word repent too big. You have to stop your perversity. Nations, leaders, you have to get sober and stop promote madhouse. You have to get sober and stop promote back sober. Sober up. Get in your right mind. You have to forget greed and started to lead. And look at first the people's need. You hear me I tell you now? You hear me I tell you now? You do not believe me? Dance and have me make sure say uno here or somebody here as a witness. I always been ready to welcome my people who stubbornly do what is wrong and go their own way. They shamelessly keep on making me angry. You know so much hurt now what here, the one that list the Giddy House over Portmore. That time Portmore did known as the senior city, right, in the world. Jamaica, I saw statistics this morning saying for 5 years in a row, Jamaica has been getting the ranking of the number one crime rate or murder rate in the Caribbean. So it was hanging over Port Royal in those time that the Port Royal was the senior city until you have that terrible earthquake that listed the Giddy House. And it is not yet straightened. Now, it's only going to be straightened by another earthquake. Another tsunami. That's going to straighten that Giddy House in Port Royal. Right? So all these little trimmers are warning. Right? I will leave it here. But I will continue this lesson as it is now 19 minutes after 11. I will continue this message when the time is right again. It is an all-important message, probably when the time is right, because I want you to hear this message clearly. Oh, it was a wonderful Christmas Eve, and I want you and bring it up to your younger ones. It was a wonderful morning. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your kind words. I'm out.